that little idiot.
She's getting really big.
I forgot about the shrimp tank. Yo, is this thing on? Hey, turtle nerds, welcome back to my receding hairline. Today we're gonna go look at every single one of my animals that I own and how I take care of them. Let us go, let us go. It's been like a very long time since I've actually spoken to y'all, so that's what we're doing today. All right, so where are we now? We are in my garage. This is my little spotted turtle that, if you guys remember from a few videos ago, she's absolutely freaking huge.
She's getting really big.
And I am super proud of this little turtle. Here, I think we'll pick her up today. Check out this beautiful little spotted turtle. This is a female. If I end up leaving the state of Florida, I will give her back to Nick Stacy, who sent her to me. And her fungus, sometimes it comes back a little bit. I keep the water super duper acidic, and that seems to help. She's got really bold spotting. This is my second favorite species. Diamondback terrapin, number 1. Spotted turtle absolutely is number 2. I've got guppies in here, and I've got this little mangrove plant. Guys, if you've been keeping up on my Instagram, which is just Dan.theturtleman, I've been obsessed with mangrove plants. I'll show you outside when we get there. This is the setup that I have. It's held up pretty well. My sphagnum moss died, which was kind of annoying, but we have some new moss taking over. This pothos, this is kind of cool. Look, it's stuck. I didn't know that it glued itself to stuff. So the pothos is stuck on there, which is pretty cool. Then we can feed these guys. This is a very special enclosure. These are some very special animals to me. Chris Leone from Garden State Tortoise gave me these incredible baby Florida box turtles that their mother was Peter Pritchard's prized Florida box turtle. I'm allowed 2 of these in the state. And so I said, you know what? I'm getting my 2 and that's it. And look at these beautiful, incredible little turtles. I always say they look like a radiated tortoise. They're basically the box turtle version of a radiated tortoise. Look at that little idiot. These 2 are absolutely bonkers. Oh, and I have UVB LED lights. These are from Exoterra. They're not out yet, I don't think. Let's get these guys fed. And I have a wild little mud turtle here because its mother was hit in the road just outside my house. So I'm gonna do a little citizen science and head start this little thing, raise it up, and then release it after the winter. These bug bites I have found are incredible. I used to swear by the Zoomed hatchling formula. I still love that stuff, but my spotted turtle wouldn't eat it, but she would eat the bug bites. So we're gonna give a little bit to the box turtles here. 2 in here. She's a little bit mad, but the fish are all going cuckoo bananas. These are all guppies that I got from Ty Park's Iguana Land. There she goes, some munch crunching. And this is how I raise my baby box turtles, guys. No filter. I have pothos, some live plants, a little bit of fake plants till the live plants really take over. Just a very small amount of water. This allows maximum humidity. This is just protein on the surface. Don't worry about that. I changed their water yesterday. I change it at least every 4 days or so. I change the water in this little tub. Again, UVB. We've got UVB. And when the winter hits, I'm just gonna add heaters to both enclosures and pretty much do the exact same thing. That's literally it. UVB, heated water when I need to, and food, protein heavy food. And these guys are looking great. And then we'll get to the mangroves. That's everything that I have going on in the garage. Let's go outside. I forgot about the shrimp tank. Now, unfortunately, in the garage, it got way too hot and I was losing shrimp and not even realizing it because there were so many shrimp that they would eat the bodies before I could even see them. And sure enough, by the time I noticed, well, I was down half the colony. By the time I brought them inside, I'm down to like a quarter. I tried to put a bunch outside to try to revive them. Dragonfly nymphs took all those out. And so now I'm left with like 1/20th of the population. But they're breeding again. They're happy in here. Temperatures are stable in here. You can see, oh yeah, look at this. We got a whole lot of babies down here. So I'm gonna order some more adults from the same place that I got them last time, which was Amazon, and we're gonna revive this. We're on the mend. Now we will head outside to what y'all really wanna see. Here, check this out. Okay. So check this out. There's a lot going on already. Okay, take your screenshots now, free feet. This is Nibbler, my little redfoot tortoise, cherry head, I got from Iguana Land, donated by Charlie Moorcroft to Turtle Fest, a charity event to raise money for turtle conservation. I bid up. Charlie wanted me to bid it up. And then I ended up winning this little cherry head tortoise that my girlfriend has fallen in love with. And she said, you better not ever get rid of her. So now I have her nice and smooth. The humidity is 99%, which is really, really good. Beautiful little cherry head. She is doing really, really well. I'm very excited about this little critter, and I'm hoping to get some more tortoises soon. Guys, I'm looking at either an Aldabra or I'm looking for radiated. So that is in the works. We're gonna see about that. Sorry, little one. She's got her little water dish there. It is gonna get too cold out here coming soon, but until then, she's doing fine outside until it gets to below 65 degrees at night. I give her lettuce every day. She's looking for something better to eat than lettuce, but she's not getting it because I don't want to grow her too rapidly. Oh, we got PIP Plops today. So let's feed them, and I'll give you guys, come on, open, please open, please open. So let me walk you guys through exactly who is who and what is going on here. Okay, let's start out with the crowd fan favorite. Remember that tiny little hatchling that wouldn't grow for like a year? Pipsqueak? This is Pip Dip now. She's in with the big girls, which is absolutely awesome. She's growing. You can see she is my most voracious eater. So she's doing really well. Next to Miss Big Back here. This is an animal that was given to me 2 years ago, as she was this size at only 2 years old. And so she's had a lot of, it's like her body is filling out and catching up. She was grown so rapidly that she's got all kinds of shell problems that we're slowly taking care of and is slowly getting better. Miss Flipper just did a little bit of shedding yesterday. She is still doing wonderfully. You see the bottom half of her scoots all shed, but those top ones still need to be shed. Here you go, mama. Sorry, baby. So there's my three ladies, Miss Flipper, this one, Miss Bean. Remember when she almost died from that fungus? She has certainly made a rebound. Her face is still a little ugly, but that beak, is growing back. And the problem is that I have them in this enclosure. There's no rocks. There's rocks at the bottom for them to chew on. Diamondback terrapins love crushed coral to chew on. I only provide it to them when they're about 4 or 5 inches to prevent impactions in babies. Anyways, their nails have gotten so sharp that you can see I'm still scratched up a little bit. And in my left hand, I'm using to hold the camera, but I have a cut from Miss Flipper. Her nail sliced me right open. Anyways, Miss Bean here, that I've had since my college days, she's about, 7 years old now? She is looking absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness, but those nails hurt so incredibly bad because they don't wear them down on the rocks in the pond anymore. They're just in this spiel, and it's wood, so it doesn't wear down their nails. Then we have Miss Bean's first clutch of babies. That's Waffle. Everyone say hello to Miss Waffle. Miss Blondie. It's so rewarding, guys. Remember when I found these babies outside? That was one of the best days of my life. And Miss Blueberry here. Come here, baby. And they are looking just freaking perfect. Like literally, I mean, there's not a spot on those shells. Absolutely perfect. Compare that to Miss Bean. She's doing really well, but even she has, I think, she's got one little blemish, like right there. Okay, her babies are literally perfect. So that is the 7 ladies, the 3 adult girls, the 3 babies, and frickin' Pipsqueak, who's gotten huge. Let's move on to the boys. As per my permits, I have to keep the girls and the boys separate because there's no breeding allowed. But I do have plans. We're looking to move to South Carolina once again, except this time I will own my house. Won't be moving for a while after that. So I'm currently house hunting, and if anybody's got any real estate in Rock Hill, South Carolina, let your boy know, please. Let's unlock this. This just goes straight back. There we go. Recall Mr. Pancake and his drowning scare 2 times. He is doing extraordinarily well in here. That is the father to those 3 young ladies that I showed you. He is doing super, super, super well. He's looking really good. He's got some blemishes too and stuff, but I just did a water change. Mr. Beef is looking really good. He's looking fantastic, in really good shape. And his son, Beef's son, is a carbon copy, Mr. Beef and Miss Flipper. And he's got a little mini beef. And his name is Stroganoff. Oh, you want to eat in the water? Finish eating. Finish eating. I don't want you choking. Mr. Stroganoff, which is a carbon copy of his father, which is really, really funny. Look at this. They are carbon freaking copies of one another. That's Beef and Flipper. Miss Flipper, that's their son. Bean's child is right here, Mr. Snow, who's doing extremely well. He's just got a little bit of algae and stuff. That's what that is. He is just pure freaking white. And the sun does hit both of those enclosures in the morning and in the afternoon, adds up to about 4 or 5 hours. He is looking freaking good. And the last one, little young Master Al, come here, buddy, named after my great uncle who passed away from dementia. He was adorable, and it reminds me of him. This is my bold patterned, beautiful young man, little Al. I raised him since a baby, and he's doing excellent as well. They are not happy with me. I took everyone out for some natural sunlight extra yesterday, so they're all a little bit tired of my shenanigans. Hi, madam. Here's Miss Bean. There's her and Mr. Pancake's daughter. That's Blueberry. Miss Flipper, her and Beef had stroganoff. So check out this. This is just a plant propagation tub. This is where I tried putting a bunch of shrimp, but then it got overrun with dragonfly larvae and baby frogs, and they ended up eating all of my shrimp. I thought, well, if I have enough plants in here, they can't eat them all. Yes, they can, and they did. These are my red mangroves, which are looking beautiful. These are red mangroves. These two are black mangroves, and the black mangrove's actually sending out some prop roots to hold itself up. This I cut at the very base. I trimmed it, and it split off into two, which is very cool. Right here, what happens is this starts to get thick, and then it expands, and then we get new leaves. That's what's happening here and here. But this one, I tried doing the same thing, cutting it right here, and instead it just grew up and didn't end up splitting. So we're leaving that for now. Remember I mentioned my obsession with the red mangroves. So these ones I've been raising for a year. These I've been raising for about a month and a half. These ones are all new. And you could see the root systems as it's super cool that the roots that develop underneath of them. Here, I'll show you. Look at this. Isn't that awesome? Look at all those roots. So we're gonna see how these develop just freestanding in the water compared to some I have in these little half water bottles trying to recycle. And then I have my whole mangrove grove here. This is just aquarium plant that I put out here just for fun. But look, this little one split up into two. All the rest are just singular, and anything with a pool noodle I just put like literally yesterday because I just found a whole bunch more after visiting Tampa. And so long as these propagules are on the ground, they are legal and free to take. So I've got a whole bunch here, and you can see what happens is these mangroves normally float. These are called propagules. They break off the adult plant, they float around for a while, and then they try to stick themselves and anchor themselves somewhere. And then here, you can check this out. They start growing the roots. And those roots are in order to keep themselves upright. Then it gets thicker and thicker, and then the first leaves come in, and then they just keep going from there. And that's how I've got these all looking beautiful. Mr. Otis, well, we'll probably change her name because that's looking to be a female. And also Chris Leone has the way more famous actual Otis, my Quora Flavo marginata. That's this little guy, critically endangered species I got from a friend of mine years ago. And I have my little Reeves turtle in here. His name is Shinji. I don't know where he's at. Guys, this box turtle's 7 years old and she's small. The thing is though, she's 7 years old, but I've had her hibernate literally every single season past, what, a year old? This is where I'm growing a whole bunch of black mangroves. So what's gonna happen is all these little seed pods are gonna send these out. These little roots are gonna go down. They're gonna right themselves straight up, and then they're gonna start growing. And then they pop out some leaves and they grow just like this. So these are all my black mangroves I have. I have these guys in the half water bottles. Then I have the red mangroves in these things. And this is a tub that I built specifically to grow red mangroves because I've got this giant black mangrove, I've got this red, and this red, and they are doing fantastic. These are several years old that I bought, and I have this thing here. This is an overflow, so when it rains, the water comes up, and then that pipe goes down to the bottom, comes out here, so it never overflows. So that's how I have this set up, and I've got a whole bunch of other mangroves over here as well that are growing. We've got all these reds. Here's a red right in the middle. This is a young one right here. They keep popping these out, and eventually they become these big, beautiful trees. And They toss these prop roots in order to right themselves. Look at this thing, it's starting, oh, is that already solidified? It's already solidifying itself in there. So this prop root I have seen grow since it was about this long. It's taken about a month and a half for it to get all the way down there, but Lord knows that it has. Everything's starting to slow down. Box turtle's starting to slow down. Mr. Shinji, the Reeves turtle, see him down there? We're all starting to slow down as the weather's cooling a little bit. And so everyone that's outside will probably stay outside except for the redfoot tortoise. There's my beautiful young Mr. Owl. He's amazing. That whole group, I'm really missing that group that passed away when half the critters died, because they were all really high quality, amazing Diamondback terrapins like that one is, with all minimal spotting and crazy stuff. So I'm really missing those guys, but I'm really, really happy with the animals that I have. We're looking at homes, we're house hunting, we're doing great, and that is an update on the future and what's going on here. Once again, if you guys want direct access to me, you can join my Patreon. I will walk you through any and all turtle problems that you have, tailored to your needs, and specifically things that you have questions about. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will get to them and maybe make some videos based off what you guys ask. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.